Imagine being on a plane. Everything seems normal, and then, one by one, everyone on board loses consciousness. The plane keeps flying with no pilot, no communication, and no one knows what's happening. Sounds like a movie? Right, but this terrifying event really happened. This is the mysterious story of Helios Airways Flight 522, a flight that turned into a real life ghost plane. Helios Airways was a small airline from Cyprus, an island in the Mediterranean Sea. On August 14, 2005, Flight 522 took off from Larnaca, Cyprus, its destination Athens, Greece. There were 121 people on board, 115 passengers and 6 crew members. Most of the passengers were Greek and Cypriot, families going on holiday. Everyone thought it would be a normal flight, but fate had other plans. The flight took off at 9:07 local time. Everything seemed fine at first. The plane climbed and reached its cruising altitude. But then, something strange started happening. The crew tried to contact air traffic control, but they got strange or no replies. The aircraft kept flying higher, but nobody on board seemed to realize something was wrong. Later investigations found that the cabin lost pressure, which means the air inside the plane became too thin to breathe. Planes fly very high, and outside the aircraft, there isn't enough oxygen for humans. That's why oxygen masks are always available. But on this flight, something went wrong with the pressurization system. It was set to manual instead of automatic. The cabin pressure dropped slowly, and the crew didn't realize it in time. Everyone, including the pilots, lost consciousness because there was not enough oxygen. Can you imagine being trapped in a plane, unable to move or speak, unable to breathe properly, and slowly slipping into unconsciousness? That's exactly what happened. Without a pilot controlling it, the plane continued flying on autopilot for more than 2 hours. It flew far beyond Athens, reaching the coast of Greece and then circling over mountainous areas. Meanwhile, air traffic controllers tried desperately to contact the crew. They even sent fighter jets to intercept the plane, but still no one responded. The fighter pilots reported seeing the cockpit window open and the flight crew slumped over. Eventually, the plane ran out of fuel. It crashed near the city of Grammatiko, Greece. All 121 people on board died. The crash site was heartbreaking. Rescue teams found people still in their seats, frozen in time, unable to do anything. The official investigation revealed that the problem started before takeoff. The ground crew mistakenly left a switch set to manual pressurization, and the pilots missed checking it during pre-flight procedures. As the plane climbed, the cabin slowly lost pressure. The alarm that should have warned the crew wasn't recognized properly because they were confused by the other warnings sounding at the same time. This is why the pressurization failure wasn't caught early enough. There are many chilling facts that make this case unforgettable. The pilots were alive when the problem began, but became unconscious one by one. Passengers had no idea what was happening. Some even removed their oxygen mask thinking they were sick. The plane flew for over 2 hours without control, like a ghost ship in the sky. Fighter jets scrambled but couldn't help in time. After this tragedy, aviation safety rules were reviewed. Airlines were reminded to double check pressurization, settings, and alarms. It became a warning for pilots and engineers around the world. Never ignore small mistakes. Today, Helios Airways Flight 522 is remembered not just for the loss but as a lesson in how small errors can lead to catastrophic consequences. Why does this story feel so scary? Because it shows how fragile life can be, how a small switch, a moment of confusion, or a missed warning can spiral into disaster. It's also a reminder of how technology, which we trust every day, can fail in unexpected ways. What would you do if you were on that flight? Would you notice something wrong? Would you act faster? Or would you just drift into darkness like everyone else? If you found this story spine chilling, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and comment below with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more mysterious life stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Because sometimes the scariest things aren't monsters or ghosts, but they are the mistakes we never see coming.